Have the proper tools for trading, folks. Okay, I know free and cheap things are great, but not always the way you want to go for your business. Remember, this is your business. Invest in the tools that are going to help you grow your business. Now, you can get some good deals out here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you have to go and get the most expensive things for every category, okay? But you want to make sure you have the proper, reliable tools to run your business, okay? Even if it's going to be a little bit more of a cost. You want to have a proper data feed, preferably one that has multiple vendors. There's different data feeds out here, but some of the more popular ones being obviously eSignal, they have a composite feed, and IQ feed has a composite feed, I believe, through 10.4. Most of the data you're going to see is through FXCM. FXCM has a data feed and it's plugged into a lot of different platforms. Okay, but I would suggest investing in a good solid data feed. Okay, you also want a proper news feed. Now this you can usually find nowadays through your brokers. The brokers have a pretty good news feeds, but there are some other services out here that offer some good news feeds without having to go through the expense of actually subscribing to the Dow Jones news feed, which can be rather pricey. And obviously, if you're not making a lot of money in the Forex market yet, you don't want to subscribe to institutional tools that are going to be very expensive. Okay, eventually you're going to want to subscribe to those tools, but you also want to be able to justify it with, the profits that you're making. Okay, but normally nowadays you can get a pretty good news feed through your broker. I know my broker has a very good news feed that includes the Dow Jones feed as well as the Reuters feed. We don't trade on the news itself, so we're not trading on those intraday data releases. That's something we strongly suggest that you do not do. So if there's a slight delay, it's not that big of a deal, but some of the feeds, you'll notice some of the feeds you get through your broker, the news feeds, may be slightly delayed from what is available out there for institutions. But there are some sites out there that are kind of in between. You don't have to spend the money of going to the Dow Jones feed. You can subscribe to these services, and they have these feeds, and they take the data and they quickly relay it to you instantly when they get it. So there's a couple of very good services out here that do that for a mid-ranged price. All right, but you want to also have a computer with enough resources to perform the multitasking you will need. Folks, you're going to do a lot of multitasking when you're trading, so make sure you have a good computer with enough resources to perform these tasks. Now, I've seen some folks that are able to trade on just a laptop, and honestly, I don't know how they do it. I know some of the laptops out here nowadays, can be, pretty powerful. So, I mean, if that's the case, I could understand that. I personally have multiple monitors, and I wouldn't know what to do without my monitors at this point. I couldn't put everything into one screen. It would just drive me nuts. Okay, but the last thing you want to have happen is have your computer freezing up because you're running a news feed, you're running your charts, you're running a trading platform. Okay, so make sure you have a computer with enough resources for what you need. Okay, a proper internet connection. This is extremely important, extremely important. Have a proper internet connection. I've actually seen folks try to trade on dial-up, and it's just not a very good idea. It doesn't work out very well. Okay, so make sure you have the proper internet connection. It can be very frustrating if you keep losing a connection, or it's extremely slow when you're trying to do things in trading. This is a very volatile market, so don't set yourself up for that. Always have a telephone backup to contact your broker if all else fails. Always have that telephone backup, because there's times we're going to lose the internet connection. You might lose power. If you're on a voice over IP system, make sure you have some other type of telephone, a cell phone or a landline where you can contact your broker, and keep your broker's number near you so you can call in and make adjustments to any orders or trades that you have in the market if you lose your connection and you can't get to it online. And there are some good free or less expensive options out here, and I'll just talk about a couple of them. MT4, very popular. MT4 is a trading station that a lot of the brokers use. It's, you have it for charting or whatever. It's very popular, so I'm mentioning it here. I personally have never really liked the MT4 platform. I do use it for my my managed account where I manage funds, and but I only use it to place trades. I don't use the charting or anything like that. NinjaTrader is a free platform, and you can, if you're not using it to trade live with your broker, you can use it for analysis. And the platform itself is free. You can get data through FXCM, I believe it is, and so basically you could sign up with a demo account with that brokerage. I'm not sure if you can use other brokers or not, but I know you can use FXCM for a demo account. That won't expire, and NinjaTrader has a lot of nice tools within its platform as far as for technical analysis there. And you'll even see me use NinjaTrader from time to time. And the other nice thing about NinjaTrader is you can plug different price feeds into it. All right, so if you get an e-signal feed or an IQ feed, you can plug it into NinjaTrader. You'll have to pay for the data through e-signal or through IQ feed, but you can plug it right into NinjaTrader and use the NinjaTrader charting platform for free instead of using those other platforms that you may not like as much as NinjaTrader. So that's one nice thing about it as well, and it doesn't cost you anything to use NinjaTrader itself. Again, I think unless you want to go ahead and use it actually for your trading platform and place trades through the platform. And finally, there's TradingView. TradingView isn't free. You get a trial with TradingView, but it's not free, but it's a for what it is. I've actually been with them for going on 2 months now, I guess. And the charts that you'll see me use mostly here today. And what I like about TradingView is they do have a couple of different data feeds. You have the FXCM feed, and they also right now have the Interactive Data Corp feed, which is actually e-signal. It's their composite feed. Okay, so you're getting a solid data feed as well, and it's much less expensive than actually subscribing to the actual IDC feed or purchasing e-signal. So another nice option there. Plus FXCM also, their other feed also has some metals. You can get the S&P. You can get the oil market. They're actually CFDs, but you can get the DAX, the FTSE, the CAC, the Hang Seng, the Nikkei. Basically everything you're going to need, even for a good intramarket analysis. So again, they are CFDs. Which is a little bit different, but still fulfills our need when we're looking at intramarket analysis. Okay, folks, but have the proper tools. Very, very important. Again, invest in the tools that are going to help you grow your business.